I met him on a rainy Thursday. He said his name was Daniel. He had the kind of voice that made you feel safe, even when everything inside you was screaming that something was wrong. He told me he loved storms. He said they made him feel alive. We talked for hours that night under the flickering light of the cafe sign. It felt like fate. The next day, he texted me before I even opened my eyes. "Good morning, beautiful. Dream of me." I laughed, blushed, and typed back, "Maybe." He said he couldn't stop thinking about me, said he hadn't felt this way in a long time. I believed him. We met every week after that. Always at the same place, always at night. He never liked taking pictures. He said cameras made him uneasy. He always wore the same dark jacket, no matter how warm it was, and his hands were always cold, ice cold. One night I asked where he lived. He smiled and said, "Close enough." When I pressed, he changed the subject. I thought it was mysterious. Now I know it was something else. A few weeks later, I decided to surprise him. I asked the cafe staff if they'd seen him before we met. The barista frowned. "You mean Daniel?" "Honey, he used to come here all the time." "Used to?" I asked. She nodded. "Yeah, before the accident." I felt my chest tighten. "What accident?" She hesitated. "The car crash, 3 years ago." "He didn't make it," I laughed, even though my hands were shaking. "That's impossible." "I just saw him last night." The barista's eyes went wide. "Last night?" "No, that's not possible." I left without finishing my coffee. My phone buzzed. It was Daniel. "Where are you?" He texted. "I miss you." My throat went dry. I typed back, "Who are you?" He replied instantly. "I told you, I'm yours. I didn't sleep that night." I kept checking my door, my windows, my phone. At 3:12 a.m., he sent another text. "I'm outside." I froze. I peeked through the curtain. There he was, standing in the rain, soaked, smiling. The same dark jacket, the same cold eyes. And behind him, no footprints. I ran to the door, screaming his name, but when I opened it, he was gone. No sound, no shadow. Just rain. The next morning, I found something on my porch. A single white rose. And a note, written in his handwriting. It said, "Forever means forever." I blocked his number, changed my locks, moved across town, but the messages didn't stop. New numbers, unknown senders. Always the same words. "Miss me?" "Still mine. Storms coming." Last week, I saw him again in a reflection. I was walking past a shop window, and there he was, standing behind me. But when I turned, no one was there. The glass fogged up from my breath, and in the condensation, I saw a handprint, larger than mine, freezing cold. I tried to convince myself it was all in my head, that grief can take strange forms, that maybe I'd imagined it all, until I got the call. It was from a number I didn't recognize. A woman's voice asked, "Are you the one he talks to?" I didn't answer. She said, "My brother loved storms too." I froze. "Your brother, Daniel?" My blood ran cold. She said, "He's been gone for years. But you're not the first one he's reached out to." I wanted to hang up, but she whispered something that made my skin crawl. She said, "If he tells you he loves you, don't say it back." That night, thunder shook the sky. I unplugged my phone, turned off the lights, and hid under the covers like a child. At 3:12 a.m., the lights flickered back on by themselves. My phone lit up. One message. "I love you." The walls creaked. The air turned ice cold. And in the corner of my room, I saw him, Daniel. His eyes hollow. His smile cracked. His hand reaching for me. I screamed, "Leave me alone." He whispered, "You said forever." The next morning, I woke up on the floor. Everything was quiet. My phone was shattered. But carved into the wooden floorboards were 3 words. "I love you." Now, every time it rains, I hear him whispering my name, softly, lovingly, as if the storm itself is alive. He said he loved me. but he's been dead for years. Leave a comment below. Share, like, follow, and subscribe for more.